Hello again, everyone. It's Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, here at Pennsylvania HorrorCon. It is Saturday, the first day of the convention. I am having a great time, and it is about to get better. I have the honor and privilege of sitting here with Deborah Voorhees. Deborah, how are you?
I'm doing terrific. How are you doing?
I am doing great, too. You know, I'm having a good time here, getting to talk to everybody.
Absolutely. This is a fabulous HorrorCon.
It is a fun time, right?
Absolutely.
So, this might be an obvious question, but how is it being, you're in Friday the 13th, Part 5.
Right.
How does it feel being part of one of the premier horror franchises of all time?
Pretty damn fantastic. I mean, who would have ever thought that this little horror slasher film that we did back way too many years ago, that it would still matter and that people would be interested in getting autographs and talking to you and visiting with you. It's pretty amazing.
Does that ever surprise or shock you that after all this time, the fans are lining up to do just that?
Yes, I'm like, huh? What? Me? Okay, sure. No, and I feel really blessed because, I've been a part of Friday the 13th. I was a Playboy Bunny at the Dallas Club. So there's another American iconic institution. And I was a part of Dallas, the TV show Dallas. And it's like, how did I win that lottery? Right? To be a part of three major iconic, events.
Oh my God, I grew up with Dallas. My grandmother, every when it was on, Dallas, Who Shot JR was a cultural touchstone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember when I would go on set, Larry Hagman, of course, who played JR, would sing, he would take the Peggy Sue song and sing Debbie Sue, I Love You instead.
Oh, that's a great story. That's a great little anecdote. Deborah, I'm sure it's not lost, the irony is not lost on you that your last name is Voorhees.
I know. But it's been in the family. It's completely coincidence. It's been in the family since literally the 1300s.
Wow.
And copycat Jason.
There you go. So I always like asking this question because I'm always curious to the answer. Are you yourself a fan of horror movies?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. When I was growing up, the big horror movies were like the Universal monsters.
Sure.
And my ultimate favorite is absolutely, hands down, Frankenstein's creature. I love him. I love those types of monsters. But I also, now, I love, like Insidious series, Conjuring series. Ghost stories really scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, I love asking that question because the answer is always about 50-50. Like a lot of people who are in horror movies are like, oh, no, I don't watch them, I don't like them, they're scary, so I'm glad to hear that you're a fan.
Oh, yeah. There was a time, I've always been a bit of a chicken, and I still, actually, what really did it for me was The Exorcist. I saw that all by myself, and I didn't sleep for about 2 weeks, and so after that, it's like, when I do horror, it's with a horror buddy. Because I need...
There you go. To this day, that's one of the few movies that ever actually scared me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That terrified me. Of course, at that time, I think I was 12, but still, that was really scary.
Sure. Well, I remember my mother telling me later in life, I was a little older, and she knew that I liked horror movies. She told me when she went to see it in the theater, no one had ever seen lines like that for a movie, and especially a horror movie, but she didn't really know what it was. Went to see it, and then that was it. My mother never watched another horror movie in her life.
I'm telling you, it makes you afraid to watch them.
Yeah, and she's like, no, and then she never could understand why I like them, why or anything, or why I had anything to do with horror.
Well, that's been one of the things that's been really great about this is to meet the fans and understand who they are and what they love, and it's really about the magic of horror movies. Seeing something that's not scary at all when it was shot turn into something magical and become something really scary. It's like a magic trick, sleight of hand.
Right, sure.
You know?
Sure.
So I love it. I mean, you may know about 13 Fanboy.
Yes.
And I directed it, and it stars Dee Wallace, C.J. Graham, Kane Hodder. We've got Judy Aarons in it. The lovely Lar Park Lincoln is in it as well. Ron Sloan is in it, and several other people. And it's all about a horror fan who becomes obsessed with the cast members of Friday the 13th, and of course Dee Wallace from Halloween. And that was my favorite part, was doing the kills.
Oh, I'm sure.
It really was. And I mean, because, you know, it's a magic trick. It's sleight of hand. It's goofy fun. And it's like, oh, if I get this angle and do this and this special effect, and then I add in this music and these edits and stuff, and I turned something where we're all being a bunch of goofballs into something that looks really scary.
Right, I get it. I mean, I'm involved in indie filmmaking here in New York, New Jersey.
Oh, wonderful.
And people seem to love it when I die on camera. I don't understand what I did to anybody, but it is a lot of fun to get killed in a movie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've been killed 4 times, so I empathize with you.
Right?
People have always wanted me to get killed, so.
I've taken a pipe to the skull. I've been shot. It's great.
Garden shears through the eyes, slit throat, stabbed to the chest, stabbed here. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
I haven't been stabbed yet. I'll have to put that on the list.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
nice. So Deborah, what are you working on these days? Do you have any new projects?
I do.
Coming up? What do you got going on?
I am working on a project called Ruthless Games We Play. I'm in the very early stages. I still am working on raising money and getting cast attached to the film. But it's a horror thriller along the vibes of kind of like a Gone Girl and Misery kind of vibe.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, I'm super excited about that. I also have a story on reincarnation that I'm writing and a ghost story that I'm writing. So
I love a good ghost story myself.
Oh my gosh, they scare me. I love ghost stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite films, Ghost Story.
Yeah.
With Fred Astaire, Alice Creed.
Oh, yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
If there's ghosts involved, I'm pretty much there. I love them.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Deborah, thank you so much for a few minutes of your time. I truly appreciate it. I wish you much success in all of those upcoming projects.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a great weekend here at the HorrorCon.
I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Deborah Voorhees here at Pennsylvania HorrorCon. I am Todd Struch, the Horror Nerd, signing off. We will see all of you in the next interview.